Everyone says SEO takes months, which is true, unless you have these 5 simple things that make Google notice your site way faster. Let me show you what actually works in 2026 when it comes to SEO. Also, if you haven't already, download the myseo.app. It is live. It's only live at the minute on iOS. We should be live on Android in the next couple of weeks as well. You're able to get access to live streams, ask me questions, everything, and it's completely free. So strategy number 1 or tip number 1 is zero search volume keywords. Now, if you've ever used the paid tool like Ahrefs, SEMrush, any of the keyword research tools, there is one slight issue, and that is they show a lot of keywords actually having 0 searches, but they actually do get searches in Google. Now, if we just use Google's own dropdown, right, we don't even need to pay for any tools. But if we take a look here, backlinks for, and if we do, for example, R, you'll see that backlinks for real estate is actually showing up in the Google dropdown, which means that that is actually getting searches. And if we take a look at some of the SEO pages here, you'll see that linkbuilder.io has a page, the Hoff has a page. All of these websites are actually naturally trying to rank for that keyword. Now, if we take a look at that keyword inside Ahrefs, you'll see that in the UK, supposedly it's getting 0 to 10 searches, but for a keyword to actually show, or a key phrase to actually show in the Google dropdown, your best bet is that people are actually searching for it. So you may as well create an actual article for that keyword. And not only that, as well as you can actually start mixing up. So I've just done backlinks for C, and then we've obviously got backlinks for crypto. Now we've done backlinks for E, and we've got backlinks for e-commerce website and Etsy, and the list just goes on and on. As you can see, we've got backlinks for Shopify store as well. Now, if we take a look at all 4 of those keywords inside Ahrefs, every single one of them says that you supposedly get 0 searches, which we know is untrue because they are actually showing up in the Google dropdown. Tip number 2. Now, this is for the people that might already have an article, but it just isn't ranking, right? So if we search up a keyword, how to get backlinks, right? We'll stick with the backlinks topic because that's what we used in our first example. We'll go to like page number 3 of Google, and we'll take a look at Monster Insights. I have already taken a look at these guys. So this article, it should definitely do better. Monster Insights is a relatively big website, so they shouldn't have like an authority issue. It's probably down to their content. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all this actual main body content, and we're going to paste it into ChatGPT and use one really simple prompt, and I'll explain why this prompt works so well. So all I've done is I've just copied that, and the prompt that I'm going to use, and I'm going to read out to you guys so you can type it out as well for your own websites. Based on this article, give me 10 follow-up questions a reader might have after finishing it. Focus on questions that might make sense to cover in related FAQs or in an article. We're just going to hit go on that. Now, if you do want a list of prompts, I'll have the link to this sheet down below as well, so you can actually get this for yourself. You will need to go to this URL here, fill it out, and then once you do have it, you can click on file and then obviously make a copy. But there's a lot more prompts in here that you can use to fully optimize your content. This one right now that we're actually taking a look at, it's to help with pogo sticking. Now, that's basically when the visitor lands on your website, doesn't get what they want, and then clicks off your website, goes to the second or third result. Now, a lot of those people that visit your website and then they bounce off and get an answer elsewhere is really bad. You're going to end up deranking and not showing up higher. This prompt is going to actually help us by learning what questions readers might have after reading our article, which basically means that we're going to have a longer time spent on our website. So, for example, here we've got 10 questions like, how do I know if a backlink is high quality or toxic? What's the difference between do follow and no follow? How many backlinks do I need to rank on the first page of Google? These are all questions that people would have after reading an article on how to get backlinks. So they're all relevant to the actual article. And in some cases, we might have them as FAQ questions on the page. In other cases, we might have them as dedicated pages on our website, and we would internally link from our how to get backlinks article. Tip number 3, and this is probably one of the most underutilized strategies, and that's literally by taking a look at your competitor's sitemap. So if we were to take a look at, let's say, dentists in London, every website has got a sitemap. We can actually figure out exactly which type of articles our competitors are actually ranking for. So if you go to literally any website, if you plug in their website, then /robots.txt, you grab their URL here, you can see their sitemap. So this is basically what every page that Google actually sees and crawls and visits. So we can then use a tool like Claude. I actually done it yesterday in a video. So if you want the full video, I'll have it somewhere linked, maybe down below. But we can click onto a new Claude chat, and we're just going to use this very simple prompt where basically we remove all URLs that are not relevant, so like privacy, terms and conditions, logins, analyze the remaining URLs and group them into logical topical clusters. So this is going to go and do its thing. So now we've got actual content clusters, subtopics. We can then even go one step further by using a prompt like present the output as a clean topical map in a table format or hierarchy format. And this way we can actually visualize it a lot better. You could even go one step further, and I'll show you that in just a second. So as you can see here, we've got all of our clusters. So the teeth whitening cluster, the veneers cluster, root canal treatment. Now, the reason why this strategy works so well is because this website is already ranking position number 1, position number 2, or position number 3 for dentists in London, below Bupa NHS. So you already know that their SEO strategy, their content marketing strategy, their on-page SEO works. You always just need to try to tweak this. Don't just obviously just upload the exact same articles through to your website. The last prompt that we're going to use in this is, can you turn this into an interactive mind map with hierarchy? And this will basically help us visualize the actual mind map a lot better, so we can actually see exactly what type of articles we need. We can actually click down into certain sections. And then at the end of it, you should have something like this. So you've got your main pages here. So you've got your / dental implants, then types of dental implants. And then you can obviously expand and you can see all of the articles that you actually need on your website. Now, I can't stress enough that you actually do need to spend a little bit more time on figuring out which articles your competitors are missing, because the reality is that not any website is the perfect SEO website. Every website has its flaws. You just need to figure out what your competitors' flaws are and build on those. Tip number 4, and I can't believe I'm telling you this one because it should be super easy, but again, I see it a lot of times where home pages aren't actually set up properly. So if we take a look at this, for example, this is dentist in Oldham, relatively small town. And if we take a look here, Rhodes Street Dental, all their home pages is Rhodes Street Dental and then semicolon home. Whereas if you take a look at some of their competitors that are outranking them, for example, they've got Morris Dental Care, dentist in Oldham. Then there is NHS and private dentist in Oldham. So you want to make certain that you are actually utilizing the keyword within your page title. Remember, the page title is the first or one of the first things that Google reads when it comes to crawl and index your page. Now, if we take a look at the link building for real estate example here, right? All of these guys that are ranking, they've got it in. So real estate link building, $1 million traffic value, link building for property managers. So you can even use like an LSI, how to get real estate backlinks in 2024, link building, real estate. So you want to make certain that the keyword that you're trying to rank for is obviously within your page title. One thing as well is if you do end up changing your page title, make certain to go into your Google Search Console, click or copy and paste the URL, and then obviously request indexing, because otherwise Google won't know that you have actually updated that page title. You want to make certain that Google comes back, revisits, and reloads your website. Tip number 5, and this is by far far the most important one. It's the one that gets you the most rankings because you're sending traffic to your webpage, and we all know in 2025, and I'm sure it will be the case in 2026, there is no better signal than user signals, and that is by getting traffic from somewhere else. Now, some people, when I say that, they instantly think, oh, Facebook ads, but it's not the case. So hear me out. So I done a page on my website to do with best SEO tools, went out to about 48 different SEOs, and we done like a chart on which tools that people basically use or what's their favorite SEO tools. So obviously we've got like keyword insights, we've got keyword tool, SimilarWeb, LLM refs, etc., etc. Now, what I ended up doing is I obviously turned that into an article. As you can see here, this is the article where I mention all of the different people that we asked. But what I also done is I published this on LinkedIn. So anybody that basically commented SEO tools, they would get a link to it. And as you can see here, we have got 219 comments and 378 likes. And basically all of these people got a link to that page. Now, the reason why this is really important is because Google takes into consideration how many times an actual visitor has been to this page. So if, say, for example, you have got a page with 60,000 real visitors visiting that page month on month, Google can see that that's a trusted page and it will end up ranking it more. So there's another way that you can get traffic from another source like LinkedIn or Facebook. You could even do this on Facebook or Twitter. But you're driving real clicks to the page, which will indirectly help your SEO rankings as well. So that's been my video on the 5 best ways to rank your website really, really fast. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like and also subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys want, obviously, check out myseo.app. If you want to work with me, head over to kasra-.com. Thanks for watching.